School!
Why the governments never learn and only people learn, to the point where the cost of college education today is so high that many young people are giving up their dreams of going to college, while many others are graduating deeply in debt. In the meantime, uneducated people can be easily governed. Education is a better safeguard of liberty than a standing army. Education is the best economic policy there is. Still, much education today is monumentally ineffective. All too often we're giving young people cut flowers when we should be teaching them to grow their own plants.
School!
Apply yourself, get all the education you can, but then by God, do something, don't just endure, make it happen. A high school diploma will no longer be sufficient, but that post-secondary education does not have to be a 4-year university or a 4-year college. It can be career technical education, vocational education, community college. Vocational education programs have made a real difference in the lives of countless young people nationwide. They build self-confidence and leadership skills by allowing students to utilize their unique gifts and talents. Every man who rises above the common level has received 2 educations, the first from his teachers, the second, more personal and important, from himself. We are born weak, we need strength, helpless, we need aid, foolish, we need reason. What are we like at birth? What are we need when we come to man's estate is the gift of education. A quality education grants us the ability to fight the war on ignorance and poverty. Education is the transmission of civilization. Nothing is more important than education, because nowhere are our stakes higher. Our future depends on the quality of education of our children today. I don't think there should be more gun control, I think there should be more education. The very spring and root of honesty and virtue lie in good education. I believe that any type of education can be great, but an education about ourselves can create something wonderful. I'm a comedian, but people have called me a motivational speaker. I don't really consider myself that at all. Education must be not only a transmission of culture, but also a provider of alternative views of the world and a strengthener of the will to explore them. Education is not a tool for development, individual, community, and the nation. It is the foundation for our future. It's the empowerment to make choices and emboldens the youth to chase their dreams. Seeing the world is the best education you can get. You see sorrow, and you also get great spirit and will to survive. Education is our greatest opportunity to give an irrevocable gift to the next generation. Education is a continual process. It's like a bicycle. If you don't pedal, you don't go forward. The mark of higher education isn't the knowledge you accumulate in your head, it's the skills you gain about how to learn. There's no reason why children in inner cities or rural areas do not receive the same quality educational opportunities as those in suburbs or wealthy neighborhoods. If we truly believe in giving all citizens a chance to pursue happiness and pursue their goals, then we cannot continue to marginalize entire groups of people. The aim of education is the knowledge, not of facts, but of values. Education, then, beyond all other devices of human origin, is a great equalizer of the conditions of man, the balanced wheel of the social machinery. I have always had this view about the modern education system. We pay attention to brain development, but the development of wholeheartedness we take for granted. Education promotes equality and lifts people out of poverty. It teaches children how to become good citizens. Education is not just for a privileged few, it's for everyone. It's a fundamental human right. I really believe if you give people a product that offers entertainment with a little bit of education, a soft glove and sense of humor, especially about a subject people have begun to feel very frustrated about, which is the legal system, then you have a formula for success. Education teaches us compassion and kindness, connection to others. Inclusive, good quality education is a foundation for dynamic and equitable societies. The internet could be a very positive step towards education, organization, and participation in a meaningful society. Education begins at home. You can't blame the school for not putting into your child what you don't put into him. There is no greater education than one that is self-driven. The most important thing we can do is inspire young minds and to advance the kind of science, math, and technology education that will help youngsters take us to the next phase of space travel. I don't think anybody anywhere can talk about the future of their people or of an organization without talking about education. Whoever controls the education of our children controls our future. Education is not only a ladder of opportunity, but it's also an investment in our future. Human history becomes more and more a race between education and catastrophe. Everyone who remembers his own education remembers teachers, not methods and techniques. The teacher is the art of the educational system. The most valuable of all education is the ability to make yourself do the thing you have to do when it has to be done, whether you like it or not. The most valuable investment we can make is in our children's education. When we make education a priority, we give our children opportunity to learn at higher levels than their parents were able to learn, to earn at higher levels than we were able to earn. Education is the foundation upon which we build our future. The highest result of education is tolerance. Education is for improving the lives of others and for living your community and world better than you found it. Access to computers and the internet has become a basic need for education in our society. The goal of education is not to increase the amount of knowledge but to create the possibilities for a child to invent and discover, to create men who are capable of doing new things. If you think that education is expensive, try ignorance. Every childhood education is the key to the betterment of society. Until justice is blind to color, until education is unaware of race, until opportunity is unconcerned with the color of men's skins, emancipation will be a proclamation but not a fact. The greatest education in the world is watching the masters at work. To accuse others for one's misfortunes is a sign of want of education. To accuse oneself shows that one's education has begun. To accuse neither oneself nor others shows that one's education is complete. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. Education is the key to success in life, and teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. A good education is the foundation for a better future. Until we get equality in education, we won't have an equal society. Education is a weapon whose effects depend on who holds it in his hands and at whom it is aimed. Good manners will open doors that the best education cannot. Men are born ignorant, not stupid. They are made stupid by education. Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education. I wouldn't be where I am today without the amazing public arts education that I had. The only defense against the world is a thorough knowledge of it. The simplest schoolboy is now familiar with truths for which Archimedes would have sacrificed his life. Academic qualifications are important, and so is financial education. They are both important. Schools are forgotten one of them. I think everyone should go to college and get a degree and then spend 6 months as a bartender and 6 months as a cab driver. Then they would really be educated. Education is the cheap defense of nations.